Hello everyone, Dan here, and welcome to this Pokemon predictions for the one that's happening in July of 2025. And unlike most of the time where I'm usually alone, I actually got more than one people here with me. I got with me a couple of friends, Blaze, say hi.
Hello.
Animasean,
Hello.
and Dragoon.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah, we're just gonna kind of go over our thoughts, predictions for the Direct Presents Pokemon whatever thing that's happening tomorrow. So, I don't believe we are gonna be 100% right to definitely not look like dummies.
No.
tomorrow.
We've never been. I've never been wrong in my life.
There's always a Pokemon in a direct.
Indeed. There will certainly be Pokemon there. Right, so I guess we'll start off with kind of the easy stuff, all the mobile game junk, got a bunch of different things. Not really gonna say a whole lot about Sleep In Cat Remix because I play those games. Heck, I'm pretty sure I forget Cafe Remix exists every time until a new present happens. I'm like, oh yeah, that game still exists. But yeah, do any of y'all play those games and have an idea what they announce if they were here?
No,
No,
not a close.
No, only
not
TCG
really.
Pocket.
I see. So,
But
then-
even then, there's not much.
then I guess
I mean, girls.
we'll head on to games that we actually play. I guess we could start off with.
Oh yeah, Go. Wait, I do
Go.
play Go.
If we start with Go.
Um.
So, like, I'm not sure what Pokemon are still left that they need to put in at this point. I'd imagine it's mostly
So-
just Gen 9 stuff.
So Go is probably going to be a little bit of info on the Go Fest Max Finale event that's happening in the middle of next month. I think that we're probably going to get some info going on there because it's a pretty big event. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a pretty big event that weekend, and it's probably going to involve Eternatus, so I'm guessing that we're probably going to get some info there on the Max Finale.
So, just a lot of Dynamax stuff with that. And, they did announce that at Worlds last year, so, and they put in Max and
Sure.
Max raids and all that stuff, so I guess even more, we're kind of expecting more Dynamax stuff for Pokemon Go, really. Yeah. Right, so, for Pokemon Masters, that's the game I play a lot of. That's gonna be, because, it's either gonna be Anniversary Pair, because the Pokemon Masters Anniversary is in, late summer and stuff, or it's gonna be the new Neo Champions. And, I'm not sure which one's gonna be. Probably more likely Anniversary Pairs. Maybe they combine the two together. I'm not, but, that'd be weird, so I'm not sure. But if it's Neo Champions, it's gonna be Gen 4. It has to be Gen 4. That's, the big outlier thing of, Neo Champions that they don't have yet. And if it's an Anniversary Pair, I'm not sure what it'd be if it'd be an Anniversary Pair. Maybe Gen 9 or 6, considering those kind of the ones in vogue right now. But yeah, either way, I do think we're gonna get some sort of announcement for, well, obviously, but it's gonna be some sort of new Anniversary Pair or Neo Champion. I think we're gonna get for Masters. So,
How many years has it been?
How many years? What? Since Masters came out?
Since Pokemon Masters? Yeah.
I want to say 6, maybe 7. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Yeah, that seemed like kind of a reasonable guess for Masters.
Sure, I don't play, so I don't know.
Yeah, last thing I expect will add Pikachu with 2 hats.
Yeah. And so, I guess the last big mobile game is kind of the one that everyone plays right now, which is TCG Pocket. So, it feels like the release schedule is just a new set every month. So I guess the question is what? Because imagine this would be because it's been 2 cents the last big two different pack sets kind of thing. So I'm thinking either Gen 4 or not Gen 4, Gen 5 to line up with the actual TCG, which is like Black Bolt, White Flare, or something like that, or Gen 6 to match up with VA. maybe Gen 2 is kind of a wild card because that hasn't been getting a lot of attention, and I think, and like, you know, first big set was Gen 1, the next one was Gen 4, and then not Gen 7. I feel like 2 would be interesting there, but more likely Gen 4 or 5, 4 or 6, or 4 or 6, 5 or 6 will probably...
I don't think that it's going to be Gen 5. I don't think that it's going to be Gen 6 because they've never bothered to line it up before. And also, if they're going to do a Gen 6 pack, it's probably going to be closer to the release of ZA, more like their October pack. So I think, given my opinion could be swayed on by the fact that I have seen rumors about what it is, but I don't think Gen 5 or Gen 6 make much sense, because they just haven't lined the TCG, the two up before, and I don't think that they're going to do that until Mega Evolution is involved, if they're going to do it at all.
So then, what kind of, do you think the big set's going to be this time then?
Rumors are saying that it's going to be Gen 2.
Gen 2? Oh wow. I didn't know about that. I knew Gen 2 was a wild card. Wow. That's, I mean, Masters did just have Gold and Silver be the new arc pairs, but that was also kind of out of left field, so...
It's also, yeah, it makes sense because it's what they, it's what they have left that they haven't, I mean, it's one generation that they haven't done a whole lot with yet, and,
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
I mean, I guess separate from guessing what, I mean, since it's a direct, my standpoint as like a business person is that, oh, they may announce something bigger than usual, but I don't know much else after that. And even then, that's just a guess.
So, I guess kind of...
I think Gen 2 would be cool to see.
So I guess we're kind of congealing around Gen 2 being what we're predicting for the next big set for 60G Pocket.
That is the rumor I've heard. I've heard it in two different spots. So I've only heard it in two different spots, so I don't know how much basis it has, but
I think it makes sense because they've been jumping around from gen to gen instead of doing the chronological order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even.
If they're going to do Megas, I think they'd probably wait until later when ZA comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be their 1 year anniversary pack, because their anniversary is coming up in October.
Yeah, it was like the day before Halloween or something, right?
Yeah, it was like October 30th. Yeah, sometime that week.
Yeah, so I guess we're predicting it's going to be Gen 2 and that they're probably saving Gen 6 stuff for closer to ZA/the anniversary. So, yeah. Do we want to talk about Pokemon Champions next, or do we want to talk about the anime next? Or stuff that could be next?
I do. I have like a point that I put on my stuff for Champions, but if we can talk about the anime beforehand, of course.
Okay, so I'm not. When it comes to the anime, they're probably not gonna say anything or announce anything. Maybe if they have like another mobile game collab like they did with Pokemon Go. I want to say with last Pokemon Defense they had a Pokemon Go collab. Maybe they'd show up, but outside of that, not really anything. Because like they just released the new batch of episodes fairly recently, so there's not really a whole lot of like kind of a middle point between when the last one released and when the next one's released. So like all the hype for the one that just came out is kind of not there anymore, and we're too far out for the next one to start hyping that up as well. So not really a lot of sense.
If we want to talk Pokemon TV, Concierge.
Oh, that is true. Concierge. Is that?
Because that's coming out in September, I believe, right?
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Concierge. That would be kind of. Is that too far out still though? It's only 2 months.
I mean, they teased it at the Pokemon Presents this year, so like, in February, so we might get a little bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think they'd say anything about the Aardman project that they announced like ages ago, or is it a little too early for that? You think that literally all they said about it was it exists?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but
The Aardman collab? Oh, okay then. Well, but like, yeah, not really expecting a whole lot on animation front. There probably isn't a new movie, but like, if they do announce, this is a tangent. There probably isn't a movie. If they do announce one at this one, I'm calling it now. There's going to be original characters, and not Lyko and Roy. And if there's no new movie, it's going to be because there's a 30th movie. There's going to be a movie after the 30th anniversary that will like be the one that features that. Because that idea to me just makes way too much sense. Like, have the show do its own things, new characters, and then have the movie the ones where like we occasionally check them out and stuff. That just makes too much sense to me. With that said, yeah, probably nothing from the anime front during this presents, because they don't really, like, there's not really a lot to talk about on the anime front. So yeah, I guess now we can move on to Pokemon Champions, and I know you, Blaze, have some thoughts on that, it seems.
Yes, a little bit. I'm heavily anticipating they're going to announce something with it. Release date's probably the most likely thing, but maybe they'll reveal another gimmick being added or something else about it that's like, oh, this is the new thing. But I have a bingo card that I set up, and this bingo card is just completely like random. I just put in random stuff just for the fun of it. And I'm gonna predict Pokemon Champions will get delayed for no reason.
we don't even
Please don't
have
put
a
that in there,
release
no.
date delayed. We don't even have a release window.
Exactly.
Stop.
Could you really delay something that hasn't even got its release date yet?
Yes, Hollow Knight.
Okay,
Sonic.
that got a release window. And then it got delayed.
Well, I'm thinking they're gonna announce something like in regards to it, because again, it's a different take on. Well, there is Unite, so never mind. But that take on phone and Switch / multiple console type of things tends to get a little bit like stuck in the works, because you have to not just deal with one release, you have to deal with two.
So
That's fair.
So like, what do you think the original release date would have been, and what do you think it's going to be delayed to?
I don't know. I was gonna say they may do a fast one and be like, oh, we'll release it this year for whatever reason, because I'm assuming for the 30th anniversary they may want to have it set up to where a tournament can happen.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it's going to be the new home of competitive, official competitive play. So I'm guessing that they're probably going to want to have it ready to go not too long after Worlds, so that people can get adjusted to it, and so that they can have a new VGC season in it before Gen 10.
Mm-hmm. And I guess delay would be like late 2026, because I don't anticipate it taking crazy long, if at all. And again, this is just
late 2026.
Yes, because multitasking, I guess.
Fair enough.
Again, this is just me throwing something at the wall because it's funny.
I guess so. Like, late 2026 seems a pretty
Too
big
late.
delay, because
A little.
Worlds happens in August. So they want to have that out before Worlds, I'd imagine. So, like,
I see.
I don't know
Worlds
about
2025,
before
like,
Worlds,
Worlds
but-
2026. you know?
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, it's like, my guess is that if something happens where code doesn't work, then it has to be delayed because, something to do with trying to release it mass worldwide or stuff like that, then maybe, like, if there's something that goes wrong enough, I'm sure they'll have to push it just to keep with scheduling of Worlds. But that's just me throwing something at the wall.
right, so, yeah, I guess that's the prediction. Internal delay for Champions, still hopefully out either late this year or really early next year. So TCG, they don't really announce a lot of TCG things. They just kind of announce TCG
Hey.
stuff whenever. But
They kind
And
of
that's the way
do.
to
I
deal with
mean, like they
scalpers.
last time they announced. I mean, at the Pokemon Presents in February, they announced the Mega stuff.
I thought there was some mega stuff at Worlds. Or was that the trainer? Actually, never mind.
I think
you're
that
right,
was.
the
I think
trainer.
that was the Journey Together and a teaser for Destined Rivals.
Yeah, you're right. They did announce the megas at the present in February. I'm misremembering. But they'll announce the actual set and stuff for the megas
I
now,
think
or...
that I wouldn't be surprised if they showed off a little bit more about the set, because currently all we have outside of Lucario, Gardevoir, and Venusaur, I think, is just the leak. I'm not sure if they're leaked or if they're just... They haven't shown them on the official... I haven't seen them in an official way, but the other megas of like Absol, Obama Snow, that sort of
Camera.
stuff.
Charizard.
Plays good.
Like Gladios?
Yeah, just...
Latios has to be there, I would guess. Like, if you're going to have Latios, you've got to have Latios.
You don't have to, but it certainly would be weird.
It would be
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah, it would be funny. So I guess
Show
that's...
who's the favorite child.
Yeah. So I guess just kind of the only thing we're really predicting here is that more stuff on the Mega Evolution and the set that it comes in. So yeah, no, I hope
I do have another point. I think it's been kind of a long time since we've seen, TCG live stuff.
I mean,
Like,
I mean,
they
TCG
still
Live
update
is
it,
just...
yeah.
TCG Live's just the TCG, but
TCG online, yeah. But it's, like, I know that's a given, but it's like, at this rate, what are they gonna do with it? Because I don't think, compared to Pocket at least, I believe there's a lot of traction for it at the moment. So will they have like this new, oh, you can do this with this, or will they just leave it as is until it dies or something like that?
I mean, it's more so that TCG Live is more about functionality of, hey, here's an online version of the game that you can just play whenever, than it is about like being flashy. Like, this is a cool, exciting new product. Just like, it's more like, yeah, if you don't want to like go outside, but you still want to play TCG here, sure. But like the full like standard TCG, not just the version of TCG that in Pocket, which is kind of a little gimp, but I don't think they're gonna make TCG Live. It's just kind of there, It's not something people get too excited about. It's not something you can imagine Pokemon getting excited about. So
Yeah, I'm just questioning if it's like, are they gonna just leave it as is and hopefully we can still play it in the future? Or yeah, it's not even like a direct thing.
So before we get into like obviously ZA, I guess we should talk about some possibilities of like Switch and Switch 2 non-ZA stuff. So I have jotted down here Snap Update, probably not, which, yeah, I just heard someone throw that out there, and like, that'd be fun, but also probably not gonna happen. And then Coliseum in XD, I think they could announce the release date here, but also it's kind of weird because Nintendo's really the one that like handles the GameCube stuff, and so I don't know if they'd want them to announce it there to have them announce on their own. But either way, we know that XD and Coliseum are coming to GameCube NSO because they already showed that they were coming to GameCube NSO. You can't take that back. So I'd imagine this would be a pretty smart place to just announce the release dates for those two, or at the very least XD, because apparently that one's closer to being released than Coliseum. But
I will say, maybe a bit of a crack theory here. In like a week ago, when they had their on the Japanese Pokemon Twitter account, there was they posted a picture of Pikachu standing in an unlit room in front of what looks like some sort of stereo machine. So my crackpot theory out here that I've heard other people throw out: Pokemon rhythm game.
Ooh,
No, Pokemon horror movie.
I mean, but like a lot of the tunes for Pokemon, would they even work in a rhythm game? I mean,
Look, if Kingdom Hearts
Yeah,
can have a
that's-
rhythm game, I think Pokemon can have
that
a
is
rhythm
true.
game.
That is, but does the
And Toby
Kingdom
Fox is the one making the music.
Hearts...
True.
Does that Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, is it mostly Disney music or is it actual Kingdom Hearts soundtrack stuff?
It's Kingdom Hearts music, and I love it. I love the Kingdom Hearts music, so I love that game. I love Pokemon music, so I would love a Pokemon rhythm game. But
Yeah. I guess
That would be
I have-
fun.
I'm not really thinking video game OST, I'm thinking anime OST, and like, ooh, that's a nightmare mess of copyrights and all kinds of legal stuff that is. I don't think that Pokemon would want to untangle for the sake of a rhythm game, but if it's just video game OST, I can see it working more easily.
yeah, I think so.
I mean, it was Smash Bros.
Especially with the more focus Nintendo's been placing on their music recently with the Nintendo Music app, I could see it.
But, so, I mean, yeah, that's certainly a little crackpot theory, but it's fun. It's
Yeah, hey.
it's a night. It's
But
certainly.
I don't think
more,
it's right, but I think it would be fun.
Yeah, really something to get like hype and interest in. It would be really funny to see it pop up there. But yeah, anyone else got any other possible like non ZA Switch stuff that you think could be possible here before we get into ZA?
I do, but does Dragoon have anything?
I don't really have anything unless they want to do last minute like special Scarlet Violet raids for the anime.
Oh.
But
Yes. That was another thing I have on my bingo card that I'm currently making is just a Scarlet and Violet event. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot they do raids.
no, I
now,
want to
so-
see what you say.
Okay. So I have another crazy theory, maybe. And this just is from like a perspective of marketing, so not anything like leaks or such. I would not be surprised if they showed like a teaser of something for the next generation.
Ooh, I don't
Now-
know.
Ooh.
I think they'd want
Now
to
I say
save that.
this. I say this because of a different reason than you think. I know you want to save for the 30th anniversary, but what I'm trying to say is that you hint like a little thing, like how they usually do, for anticipation of the 30th anniversary. Keep the interest of what's to come pretty predominant, because there's not really, I don't say anything big that has been announced that will keep people entertained. Maybe like a small clip of Pikachu going through the house like they did for Scarlet and Violet or something like that. Something small just to keep people intrigued and interested, and then boom, drop the thing on the 30th anniversary. Does that make sense?
I guess, but I still think they'd rather have the first big reveal be at Pokemon Day next year, because like I'm going way too logically. That makes too much sense to me, and just a random Pokemon Presents in the middle of January just kind of feels like a very weird time to say, oh hey, here's Gen 10 for the 30th anniversary. I don't know.
So
I don't know. I was just doing it as lining up with everything because they're gonna announce the craziest stuff on the 30th anniversary.
also, I do think I did see that this is one of the longer Pokemon Presents, being like 24 minutes long. But as a little side note, I did just see that the Pokemon Go Twitter account said that a special Pokemon Go announcement is coming during the Presents tomorrow. So the fact that they're actually saying it means to me that there's something more significant than just, hey, here's a teaser at some new Pokemon.
Wait, maybe
Trying to-
Eternatus raids?
I think info on the Eternatus Max battles is going to be very likely.
I'm not trying to say like, oh, this trailer that will show off so much. Kind of have like a trailer that's like 10 seconds, maybe less,
I
of
just
how they
think
kind of
that-
did it with the end of ZA with that battle tower thing. Like 10
I just
seconds
think
and
that
a little
it's too
hint
early to
just to
show
keep people
anything.
Yeah, it's too early. It's really too early.
But I mean, if they do, good call by you. That
Yeah, if you get that, that's that I don't know. You get a cookie or something.
delicious. Bro, hopefully it's oatmeal raisin.
Look, I'll find you and I'll buy you a cookie.
Thank you.
All right, so I guess now we can finally move on to what's. I mean, come on, it's gonna be the bulk of this present. It's gonna be VA, but I mean, off the top of my head, obviously you gotta announce new Mega. Like, come on, it's been how many months? Have we and all the Megas we know about are the ones from the original Gen 6. Like, there's gotta be something out there.
I'm still inclined to think that they're gonna hold a new Mega close to their chest until Worlds. I feel like Worlds would be the perfect spot to show off a new Mega. However, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they did show off a new Mega. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's unreasonable that they would show off the first new Mega at Worlds, but I don't think it's unreasonable either that they would show it off here.
I mean, they could still
just
show
would like-
a new Mega at Worlds. Like,
Yeah, but I think more the idea of like, at Worlds showing that there are new Megas. That doesn't sound unreasonable to me.
I mean,
I
Megas
just-
aren't
and
really.
it's
I mean, Megas have their thing in the competitive side, but Megas are mostly like a casual side. Like, people like them. People on the casual side tend to like Megas more. So,
That's fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
like, outside of the new Megas, there's not really a whole lot I feel like they need real, because they already showed it off pretty decently in like the presents in February. And, like, granted, maybe they could also like show off, hey, by the way, it's on Switch too. It doesn't look like butt. So, like, here, look at this. Look at how much better it looks. Look at how it actually runs at a steady frame rate.
I do have reason to believe that they'll probably announce like Evil Team / another group of interest, or maybe develop more into detail of Quasico?
Somehow Lysander returns.
Zartico? Ugh.
Place article, I think, yeah. I'm interested. I wonder if ZA will have any regional forms, and if they will, is that something they would show off here? I don't think ZA is going to have regional forms, but if they do, I wouldn't be surprised if they show off one here.
Story-wise, do you think they'd do something like Scarlet Violet, where there's multiple intertwining storylines, or?
I don't think so. I think that it'll probably just be one storyline, especially when it's set in a single city. It kind of makes it hard to do 3 different storylines.
Linear, but with stuff to do, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine
Yeah.
there's one big story and then a bunch of different small side stuff that like
Side quests,
can be
yeah.
as strongly written as the main story is, because it's all in this one little space where you can do stuff and whatnot.
I would love another Looker side story, or like.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Yeah, they've showed the building.
Yeah, they showed the building. Well, we already know there is some sort of, and like, didn't they already show that Emma's in this again?
Oh yeah,
right?
no, I've got the ZA box art, full art as my desktop background, and I'm looking at her right now. I see her in the desktop background.
Nice. I got my desktop background is the like blue and black Lumio City outline thing from the initial teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm curious about another, like, a lore thing more so, to see if they're going to go into have a reference or detail into that ultra wormhole, or like people are getting teleported out of their timelines to other ones.
I mean, if they're gonna do the multi-dimension thing, I don't think they do it with wormholes. I think they do it with Hoopa, because Hoopa's more Gen 6 coded than wormholes.
That's true.
Those are more Gen 7
Yeah,
kind of style.
One thing that I'm going to be interested in, I don't think they're going to show it off in a trailer. I think that it'll just kind of be, it'll kind of either exist in ZA or it won't, is whether or not we're going to be able to catch all the Gen 6 mythicals. I feel like Diancie have to be a given because it is a mega Pokemon. And I feel like that means that it kind of has to be catchable. But as for Hoopa and Volcanion, I'm interested as to whether or not we'll be able to catch those. But I'm not sure if they'll show that in a trailer.
They could kind of do, well, this is just game theory, not even the trailer. Like maybe a little side area with a cave or something where you encounter them. But that's just me.
XY does love its caves with the legendaries in them.
Exactly.
I wonder if we'll see any returning, like if they'll show off any new returning characters or like success, like showing off, I don't know, Shauna, Trevor, and Tierno, or like Karina. Or
That would
confirm that Sycamore is character's dad.
Oh,
I mean, they already have AZ. They already have a character that's been established. So
yeah.
I would love to see the
I know.
champion, though.
Like Diantha or like the player character.
Probably Diantha, because she is a model and she probably models in Lumio still.
Yeah.
If I were to take a guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been reading a lot recently, so I've been more into seeing the characters again and stuff. So, granted, I don't know. Like I said, that they might want to keep that one close to close to the chest. I really want to get back in the spirit of Gen 6 Pokemon and like just reveal everything before the game comes out, like they did back in like friggin' revealing.
I don't think they're
the
ever
Delta
doing that
episode
again. I think
existed,
Gen 7
and-
was the end of that.
And like Red and Blue being friggin' Sun and Moon, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
They
think
could
Gen
reveal that.
7 was the end of the let's reveal everything before before the game launches point. And also, we're in that point where we're so close to the game actually releasing that it's like they're unless they have a direct, like, because they're probably going to show something off at Worlds. So unless they have something in July, August, September, and October before the game releases, it's like, how much can you really show off at this point?
They could show off maybe like returning characters like gym leaders, because there's obviously Clement, who is the gym leader of the Mio City. So there's that as a theory.
Dude, how many years after X and Y did this take place? Again, it was like 10 years or 5 years?
We have no clue.
Enough
Enough
years.
Because like, Bonnie could be a trainer at this point, so that could be interesting.
That would be so
Probably.
cool,
Hmm.
What if she was the rank up B trainer?
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. Yeah, that could be fun.
She pulls an Iris and becomes like an Elite Four or champion or something like that.
That would go yeah.
That would be funny.
And also,
Yeah.
you gotta reveal that in this.
Yeah, no,
that,
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
they'd hold that reveal till the game comes out. That ain't happening. I mean, we've already know so much about ZA, and all the stuff that we don't know about it is probably stuff they'd want to save for the release. So, just
And who knows how much we actually know, because there's a chance that there's so much they're not showing us and aren't going to show us, and I think that would be interesting. But I do think that we've seen a good chunk of what the game is going to be. I think that one thing that I need is just Mega Bracelet customization, because I hate the Banquet. It looks so clunky, so ugly, and I need a necklace, an actual bracelet, a ring, glasses, anything other than this stupid ugly bracelet. Ugh. I hate it.
Okay, so I
The
agree with
the
you
mega
that.
donut.
What'd you say?
The mega donut.
Yeah. I mean, I agree that there should be customization and like you should be able to change that stuff. With that said, I think the bracelet looks fine. I thought the bracelet looked fine back in X and Y. I like the bracelet design, so I don't think it's ugly. But yeah, more customization options is definitely better, especially considering how Scarlet Violet kind of gimped it with that stupid the uniform thing, and like I really hope they just go all out for customization because it's freaking X and Y. It's Kalos. This is where customization got its start. You know, if there was any time to go all out on like character customization, this is the game to do it.
We need to customize our characters to where it matches the facial hair and the hairstyle of that guy from Quake to Zarko. The Rayquaza hairstyle. Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Pesa?
Obviously, these people have something to do with Rayquaza. Obviously. Yeah.
So, any other kind of final predictions you have for the Athens Presents, and I guess just in general for this Presents?
That the windows will be 2D.
The windows will still be 2D on the buildings.
PNG
I'm gonna be funny
all
and ask
that's-
go for Mega Charizard Z.
All that power switch to still 2D windows. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of our thoughts and predictions for the events. It's something. Obviously, all we're gonna get something. We're thinking Gen 2 for TCG Pocket, probably Gen 4 for Neo Champions and Masters, maybe Gen 9 or 6 for if it's an anniversary pair instead of like Neo Champions. Go's gonna have some sort of big dynamic event with Eternatus, and probably nothing for the animes. Champions probably gonna be late this year or early next year. TCG's probably gonna have something mega related, but not much else. Hopefully Coliseum and XP release dates. Crackhead idea, rhythm game.
I've been disproven on that. Apparently, Blaze said it was DJ Pikachu pre-show. There's a
Yes.
DJ Pikachu pre-show. So, like, what they teased a week ago was just a DJ Pikachu pre-show, unfortunately.
Nice.
But also, like, I'm not going to discount that a DJ Pikachu pre-show sounds pretty funny.
Maybe DJ Pikachu is the main character of the rhythm game. I mean, we got Detective Pikachu. Why not DJ Pikachu?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although DJ Rowlet.
Ooh. DJ Pikachu's rival. And then for ZA, it's like new megas, maybe some new story stuff, hopefully some characters, but honestly, they're probably going to keep a lot of it close to their chest, considering that it's so close to release, and it's not 2013 anymore. They're not going to reveal everything before the game comes out. So yeah, any final thoughts for this direct? For this presents before it happens?
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Alright then. Well then, thank you all for watching this predictions video. Join me live for the actual presents, and then hopefully we can get this group together to do an after the presents reactions to what we see here. And
I'm down.
yeah,
Yes.
Let's do it.
nice. So like I said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.